Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. It is sometime in the middle of the night, but this video will be uploaded on October 3rd, 2019. I can't believe I got that right. My computer's telling me it's sitting right next to me. I changed it blue. You see, I can change that thing any colors. It actually has fans on the top, it has fans on the front. One day I'll give you a tour of my computer. It's pointless right now. My headset up there, I forgot to change the color on that. Yeah, it's supposed to be blue too. Oops. Anyway, let's just get to the point. Compilation video. I've got a lot of farmland. I'm going to show you flooding, corn, soy, basically corn and soy, and flooding. I have a lot of that. We're going to look at basically everything I have. I got different audio spliced here and there throughout the video, so I'm trying some different effects. Also, you might see some slow motion in here if my phone did it correctly. I think it did because I've been editing it right now. It looks pretty decent to me, so hopefully it comes out good. You should be able to see it now. Just disclaimer, all these videos have been taken from September 30th, I think was the last day. It was September 30th to October today. It was October 2nd. Yeah, there was no videos prior to that. Everything you're going to see was in that time period, and some of these videos you gotta, it was 2 days, 48 hours between the rain and some of the floods that are just, they lingered. And then today it rained more, and I got some more videos of that. There's a certain video I've been trying to get. It's a bridge I go over. The water level has just been insane, up and down all year round. And I've crossed this bridge in the spring and in the summer and now in the fall. And I couldn't get the video. I tried to get it today, so I'll probably make it a Facebook exclusive if I can get it tomorrow. I keep trying, but it's a short, small little bridge, and it's hard to see. So wish me luck. But anyway, I'm just gonna get to it. I'm gonna narrate these videos the best I can. Wish me luck. I hope it comes out well. I'm very tired. I haven't slept. I probably won't. I'm like drinking coffee. Speaking of coffee, I have noticed just real quick that a few people have said that in their areas they haven't seen food shortages really in their grocery stores, or any price hikes really. In my area, I don't really see a lot of shortages. I have seen some on canned goods here and there, and we'll go over that in a later video. But what I am seeing a lot of is the portion sizes are changes, and where the quantities are changing. For example, my favorite coffee, French roast, whole bean. I get it from Kroger. This is my favorite coffee. They're messing with my coffee, and it's making me mad. Okay, so this used to be 1 pound, and I paid like almost $8 for 1 pound of coffee. Look at this. This is 10 ounces of coffee. I still paid the same price. And this is happening all around. This is happening on my bacon. I've seen bacon, the same thing. It used to be a pound of bacon, 10 ounces of bacon, same thing. Now I'm messing with my coffee and my bacon. This is not good. This is un-American to be messing with my coffee and my bacon. No, we can't have this. We just can't. And you can just see how dire things really are. I mean, they're messing with the coffee and the bacon. We're at the breaking point. We really are. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's just get to my narration of these videos. Wish me luck. Hopefully I can continue to talk throughout. Alright, right off the bat here, you're going to see that I have a different type of video to show to you. I've actually been recording these videos all of today. Any of these videos in slow motion, most of them anyway, except for I think one, was all recorded today. Anything where you see it's very cloudy and gloomy, definitely. Well, I'm going to say today as in October 2nd, as when I'm making the video. This video is not going to be posted until the 3rd, so it was technically yesterday. Emphasis on what I'm seeing here. These are soybean fields. The soybeans are still growing in these fields, and in the soybean fields, with how they are this late in the season, the leaves are changing colors on all the fields, and they're drying out on the vine, so you can see the flooding a lot better through the soybean fields. Now, don't think that this is only on the soybean fields. This is also in the corn fields, except for the corn is hiding the flood for the most part. You're not going to see a lot of floods in the cornfields. You will see some bits here and there, but it's hit and miss. The mud in these fields is what we got to emphasize, because the mud is what's preventing the harvest of all this. And you'll see later in the video, the harvest is just, yeah, it's not going well. And I have some articles near the end. If you stick around, you will definitely see them. All right, moving on, we have mud. Like I said, all these videos were recorded within the last 2 days. I'm going to say on the October 1st and 2nd for the most part. A couple of them on September 30th. So we're looking at the beginning of October for most of all of these clips. And what we're looking at are soybean fields, flooded soybean fields. And I can't emphasize enough how flooded everything is. Now, these fields are all in northern Indiana, northern Illinois. It's going to be northwestern Indiana for the most part, and the south of Chicago, so northeastern Illinois. And yeah, and just look at what and I can't even show you what I see as much as I see, because it's a camera. It's not going to pick up all that I see. These are cornfields that, and the corn is at such a different level of maturity in all of these fields, and these are taken the same day. Some of these videos are within a day apart, within less than 24 hours, and you'll notice the different maturity levels. Corn going from very brown to green. Now, the brown corn is normal this time of year. That's what all the corn should look like. It should all be brown. This is seed corn that we grow mostly in Indiana. This is, or not seed, but feed corn. Excuse me, it's very late and I'm tired. But anyway, feed corn that we grow here. And the different levels of maturity just show you how late a lot of these were planted in the spring. And I can attest to this because in the spring I was driving throughout Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, all the way down to Georgia, and yeah, I've driven everywhere through the spring, and it was just endless rain and flooding. In most of these videos, I can show you ponds. You'll see ponds in these videos that were not here. This particular video is interesting. I was recording the flooding, and then I came across something near the end of it that just wasn't normal. It's not something you typically see coming down this road, and I've been down this road several times, and basically trucks, you're usually not parked on the side of the road right about here. I'm not really sure what he was doing. I'm not sure why they're offloading his truck here, but it doesn't look like a dock. You know, typically we back into docks to get offloaded. As truck driver, I mean, I have a little bit of experience in this, but I don't know why he's being offloaded there. Okay, I'm making jokes. He had a wreck, obviously. Moving on, floods. All the fields that I travel through in the north are flooded, and we're talking Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. All the northern parts of these states are flooded out. They cannot get the tractors, the combines, the trucks into the fields to harvest the crops. They can't do it. Are they going to do it before it freezes? We are already seeing temperature drops throughout the north. We're looking at a frost coming real soon. If they don't get these crops harvested, what's going to happen? It's going to be damaged. It really is going to be damaged. And every video you're going to see, it's going to be very redundant here before we get to the end. It's just flood after flood, and just corn crops that are in such poor condition, dire condition, and it doesn't get better. Here we're looking at a U.S. cold storage facility on the other side of a soybean field. What used to be a soybean field. You can see it's very patchy, very flooded, and just, you're not seeing the flood where the plants are, but believe me, it's under the plants also. It's just really hard to pick it up. At least the geese in this particular video are enjoying it. And I mean, the geese have to enjoy it too, right? Next, we're going to see some storm damage I've been trying to get on video for quite a while now. This happened early in the summer, and you see it has never recovered. This video was taken actually yesterday on the 2nd, and you can see how damaged this corn is. It has been like this for months. Storm happened, and the wind just blew it over, so that's what occurred there. Here we are looking at more mud. Yeah, more mud. Those are actually planted fields. There are crops growing in these fields that we're looking at, and it's mud. You'll never get a tractor out there. Really curious of how they expect to recover from this. What are we going to do with all the flooding, and how are they going to harvest this soy? Are they going to get out there by hand, or are they going to get out there with a pair of scissors? I really like to know. I mean, are we really just going to let it sit there and die? I don't think we can. We can't really afford that as a nation anymore, because this is getting to be dire. We are looking at unprecedented amounts of crop failure throughout the whole northern part of the farm belt. More mud in most of these videos. This is obviously flooding along the road. Those are crops on either side, what used to be crops. You'll see here in just a minute the cows. The cows are at least not going thirsty. That's all I can say about the poor cows. They're not going thirsty, but they don't look happy. You can see I've tried to do a little bit different with the quality of the videos here. I'm actually learning to edit these videos on my phone and my computer at the same time with the slow motion and things like that. I hope the quality is good enough and looks good enough, because I can't really tell, and I won't have time to see the video before it's actually uploaded because of how late it already is. But more flooding, as we're looking at now, more flooding, and this is going to be really redundant for the next, I don't know, looking here, probably the next 3 minutes of the video. So if you want to skip ahead 2 to 3 minutes, we'll have some articles near the end. Corn crops, look at how small they are. I mean, even if we grew all the corn that was supposed to have grown, and I think we only planted what was it, 68% at last check. I could be mistaken on that number. 68% of all the corn crops throughout the nation were planted is the last number I remember reading. So even if 100% was growing and it looked like this, we would still have a food shortage. Look at how small and damaged and frail this corn is, and I'm seeing this repeated throughout everywhere I go. Corn is just damaged. It's frail, it's small, it's weak. It's producing small corn on, the actual corn on the cob. It is small. It's not enough, and it's never happened like this in my lifetime, and I am older than I look, but yeah, this is getting to be worrisome even for me. And yeah, I could make a joke out of anything, but this isn't funny anymore. Well, I guess it kind of is, because there's some, I'm not going to make jokes, but point being, look at the flooding, look at the corn. You cannot tell me that just looking at these areas that this is going to sustain us. And what happens if this occurs next spring? What happens when we are flooded out next spring and the same thing happens? We are going to look at a domino effect of food shortages. It's not going to get better, it's only going to get worse. And the grand solar minimum in full effect is what we are seeing. Now, even NASA agrees that the grand solar minimum is occurring. NASA agrees, so it must be true, right? And this is the result of the grand solar minimum. And this is expected to continue into next year and years to follow that. So I cannot emphasize enough. Prepare now. Buy everything you can. Learn to can food, learn to preserve meat, learn to grow crops. Because look, these farmers have thousands of acres. They've been doing this for so many years, and they are failing. Not through any fault of their own, but they are failing. But hey, I got some articles and a few other things near the end of this video. Stay tuned. Here comes another clip of something interesting you might want to see. Here we're looking at a water treatment facility, and you know what I mean. This is where all the sewer water goes, of course. Now, you see I froze the video right here, and if you'll pay attention to the back right corner right about here, you'll notice that that is 2 actual ponds. So they have flooded over, meaning that, all the crap is going everywhere. As if you've watched my water contamination video, you'll know exactly what I mean there. Here I'm going to take a quick look at an article coming out of Wisconsin. This is out of Green Bay. You can see it was posted by the USA Today Network, mainstream media. Green Bay has broken its rainfall totals. The record that was set back in 1890. This is a new record, 39.23 inches as of Tuesday, October 2nd. Let's take a look at another article here out of Iowa. As you can see, this is NBC 13. Lots of rain in the forecast creates more delays for Iowa farmers. Let's look a little bit down here, and we'll just, glance over this. You guys can read it. I'm sure you can see it on the screen. If you can, hopefully you can, because this is important information. And I've read through it already, and it's basically talking about how it's too much rain. Now, right here, we tried to get started on our soybeans yesterday. They were about to a point or two too wet, really, to harvest. So we stopped. We need some dry weather and not very much rain. And I can tell you right now, just looking at the weather forecast, they are not going to get it, as we are not either. Scrolling down here, we've only got 2% of our corn harvested, which is 11 days behind average, and 3% of our soybeans harvested, which is 8 days behind average. Now, this is coming directly from Iowa farmers. Alright, welcome back. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, hey, I changed it blue since the last time. Yeah, I recorded the intro earlier. This is, several hours later. Thank you for watching. I intend to make more videos of this quality. Quality over quantity, I suppose. I will still do my truck talk videos, but, these videos are definitely more informative, and I'm going to try to do more of them. That's what I'm going to try to do, time allowing, and I am very short for time. It is really late right now, and I have to be up in 2 or 3 hours to go to work and drive all day and back through everything you've just seen. I do have so much more videos that I've recorded over the last couple of days. There was no way I could put them all on here. There's just no, this video would be, hours long if I tried that. So I just gave you what I could, the best parts of it, I guess, or the worst parts of it, I guess. The things I thought that were most important. I will emphasize that not all the corn crops are as frail and fragile as you've seen in the videos. There are some that are actually as mature as they're supposed to be, but they are not quite ready yet. They haven't even started to brown yet. So they are as tall and as big as they're supposed to be, but they're not ready to be harvested, and they cannot be harvested, as you've seen, because of the mud. There's no way to get a tractor out there, and this is in the cornfields, soybean fields, all throughout the north. Now, the farther south I go in Indiana and Illinois, the better, the drier it looks. It's a little drier, but it's precarious. I have seen harvesting. I've seen harvesting, and I didn't get any. I had a couple videos of some of the harvested places, but I didn't bother, because you can see in the articles that we have not harvested nearly enough, and we are already facing frost in certain areas. The temperatures are dropping. In my area, it's been in the Indianapolis area. I live south of Indianapolis quite a ways, but in the Indianapolis area, it's been in the 80s and 90s all week long, all weekend and all week, and we're expecting the highs in the 60s, lows in the lower 40s by this coming weekend, weekend of October, the first weekend of October. Let's just put it that way. I'm tired. I'm not going to try to do dates. I only can get them right when I'm awake. So yeah. Anyway, this has been the most edited video I've ever done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the quality is good. I'm not going to get to watch it before I upload it, because, like I said, it's too late. I'm going to let the computer do it while I sleep. Hopefully, I'll get to. Yeah, so it'll be up first thing in the morning if I get it correctly. If for something goes wrong for some reason, I will not have time to fix it in the morning, so it will be in the evening. So I'm going to try my best to get it up in the morning. I hope it goes up. If you're seeing this in the morning, hey, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share the video. Just everybody needs to know this. Everybody needs. If you don't know this, then you are living in the dark. You really need. Everybody should know, and that's the only goal I have here. I want people to know what I see. That's really the only goal I've ever had. Just, I see things, and I believe everybody should know how bad it really is. It really is grim. It really is. But hey, if you feel ever so inclined, there is a support the channel button down there in the description. Feel free. I could use the gas money to go make more videos like this that don't involve me in my truck, because my truck can't stop in the middle of the road. My car can. So yeah, keep that in mind if anybody feels so inclined. I do intend to acquire a GoPro camera. I'm working on that now. I've had a couple of people sponsoring that goal of mine, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. And like I said, hey, it's grim out there. Subscribe before you die.